My friends, the law of attraction is bullcrap. Well, mostly bullcrap. And if you get really heavily into the law of attraction, this is something that could destroy your whole life and you'll end up a loser. Now, first of all, what is the law of attraction? Well, I've searched around to try and find the simplest definition I could, and that is you get what you think about most of the time, or you become what you think about most of the time. So you get what you think about most of the time, or you become what you think about most of the time. Now, I'm the perfect guy to talk about the law of attraction and expose the truth to you about it, because this is something I've studied in depth for years. And there's a lot of different gurus out there, there's a lot of different law of attraction teachers out there, and these people, they all have their different style, their different things that they emphasize on. And these people, they're good writers, they're good speakers, they're certainly good marketers, but at the end of the day, a lot of it is fluff and mostly pretty much a waste of time, a waste of your time. And if you get really heavily into listening to these things, reading these books, watching the YouTube videos, you'll end up going nowhere. You'll end up spinning your wheels. And a lot of these people, they get very into metaphysical things and spiritual things, and some of these things, they get really far out. I once heard a guy say all you need to do is meditate and do affirmations and you'll attract whatever you want into your life. All the success, joy, happiness, money, recognition, all that stuff that you want, it will just come to you. Now think about this. I'll give this hypothetical example because a lot of guys write me and they want information about getting girls. Which guy out of these two hypothetical guys do you think would get more girls? A guy that goes out and he has a good time, either he's going to a bar, it could be a grocery store, it could even just be walking around the streets. And this guy, he goes out, he has fun, he talks to girls, maybe at nightclubs he dances with girls, he asks out girls on dates, asks for phone numbers. Who do you think's gonna get more girls? That guy or guy number two that he sits at home in his apartment alone and he meditates every day. He does these wonderful affirmations. I have the girl of my dreams. I have the girl of my dreams. Which guy out of those two guys do you think is going to end up with more dates? Well, of course, even if guy number one is less physically attractive than guy number two, it's a safe bet that that guy is going to end up with more dates, more girlfriends, whatever, more good times. It kind of also reminds me of something that my dad used to tell me about. My dad used to sell York barbell sets. Wasn't his main job, but my dad was an amateur bodybuilding champion himself, and he knew what it would take, so he would sell these barbell sets just to help out other people. And every time he sold a barbell set, he would tell that person, these things don't work unless you do. And you think about my dad, he went out and he created the body he wanted. If he needed more pecs, he focused on that and he put those pecs on. If he had a competition coming up and he needs his abs to pop, he adjusts his diet to do what he has to do, and he created that body. So first of all, what you need to do is stop thinking about the law of attraction. Just get that junk completely out of your head, and how you really want to think about it is more the law of creation. Think about any successful whether they're mega successful, a billionaire, or even anyone that's accomplished anything in life that's at all significant. If you go up to them and you ask them, did you attract this success into your life? They're gonna think you're a total nut. They're gonna say, are you crazy? I created this. So think of it as the law of creation, not the law of attraction. That's just gonna hold you back. Now, I said the law of attraction is bull crap. It's mostly bull crap. There are some very important, very valuable things you can learn, and I'm going to give you 3 things, and I'm going to put it to you in the most simple way I can, and this is really all you need to know about the law of attraction. And concept number one is feel good. When your thinking is right, and you're kind of in that sweet spot of feeling good, you're going to end up doing what? Activity. And when you do activity, when your thinking is right and you're feeling good, you're having fun, this is something that's going to give you energy, and ultimately, most of the time, you're going to get results. Now, you might not be focusing on the results, and it might be delayed gratification. There was instances in my life where I created something just because I was really excited and really having fun and doing something, and then I put it out into the world and nothing really seemed to happen. But then several years later even, something truly amazing comes as a result that I created something. And when your thinking is not right, and you're doing activity and you're not feeling good, you're not in that mental sweet spot of having fun, two things are going to happen. Number one, it's going to drain you. It's going to take away your energy. You're going to be miserable doing it. And number two, ultimately, you're not going to get results. At least not the results you want. So it's going to drain you and you're not going to get results. So concept number one, feel good, have fun. And concept number two is to be successful in some certain area. If you don't have it yet, you have to be that as if you already have it, which means that you have to dress a certain way, however you want to be, kind of like that expression, dress for the job you want, not the job you've got. So you want to dress in a way that makes you feel like a winner, makes you feel powerful, makes you feel like you're the type of person that you're striving to be already. Now, this means different things to different people, and it's also cultural. I remember I once knew a guy from Texas, and when this guy had a fancy day or had some important event, he would put on his best cowboy wear. And this is something that made him feel powerful. It made him feel good inside. Now, for most other people, it's going to be a suit and a tie. For a woman, maybe it's a nice pantsuit, or some nice blouse, nice skirt, nice jacket. So it's going to be different to different people. Obviously, I'm not wearing a suit and tie today because another thing it depends on is climate. I'm in a very humid, hot, tropical weather, and even just wearing this shirt, it's very hot. But remember that, be the type of person you want to be. And number three, this is a concept that is also very biblical, and that's speak using certain words. Generally, you want to speak positively. You want to talk about things that you like. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't acknowledge problems, but you're not going around complaining. You're not talking about things that you can't change constantly. So you have to acknowledge problems in life. So by no means don't do that. It's good to be aware of things, but don't be overly concerned and talking about things that you can't change. You want to talk about what's good in your life, not what's bad, and you want to use powerful words. Think about the Bible. It says the tongue has the power of life and death, and when it comes to speaking about using powerful words and speaking things almost into existence, the number one example that I can think of that does that is Donald Trump. Now, some people laugh at him because when he talks about things, he's always saying, oh, it's going to be huge, it's tremendous, oh, you wait and see, this is going to happen. And it seems almost like magic, like he is speaking things into existence because he creates this energy through these words, and it's really infectious, and it makes people somehow attracted to him, and somehow these things come true. Really, when you think about all these three concepts that I've said, whether it's feeling good, having fun, Donald Trump does that certainly, even though he's doing this stressful job now and he's the president, he gives off this impression that he really likes what he's doing, dressing and being and acting like a successful person. How does Trump or anyone in his family dress? They're not going around with neck tattoos. They're not going around looking crazy, wearing ripped up jeans. They're dressing fairly conservatively. They're wearing nice suits, ties. They look like professional people. And number three, Trump obviously speaks about these huge words, even though some people laugh at him, but it seems to work. So keep those things in mind. And the bottom line is, like I said, it's important to feel good, and that's going to lead to activity. That's the missing part. You are a creator. You're not someone just dreaming things up into existence. You can sit around in your bedroom all day long. Nothing good is going to happen. I understand this concept working myself as a professional artist for many years. There's been times when I was just creating something. I wasn't focused even on the outcome. I was just having a blast. I was really excited, really having fun creating. And then surprisingly, it becomes this huge hit that I wasn't expecting, wasn't looking for. I wasn't even trying to make something really successful and something that would become so popular. And then there's been other times where I didn't enjoy the project that I was working on. It wasn't a labor of love. It would drain me. And then ultimately, you end up releasing it and it completely falls flat. It gets no results that you want. Now my friends, I made this video as simple for you as I possibly could, but this is something that you should probably watch over and over again to really grasp these concepts and make it a part of you. And remember, the Bible itself says faith without works is dead. So get out there and create something. And most importantly, have fun. And be sure to subscribe and check out our other videos here. We have lots more good stuff for you.